Wait, everybody. Watch this. Isn't it pretty? We have 2 last-minute predictions left to go. Here we've got, is Eren gone? Or not? Attack on Titan chapter 138 last-minute predictions by me, and my Twitter's there to shill it, because that's what we got to do. But here we are. Twitch chat will be welcoming to YouTube as always in the corner there. And here we are. After one of the more controversial chapters, also known as the best chapter of Attack on Titan so far, we're back here with chapter 138. Apparently leaks have already started to come out. I assumed we had more time because for the last 2 months, the chapter has been coming out on the 9th, which is the official release or something disgusting like that. Not good. So I thought we had time. It's only the 4th year. So I thought we had 5 more days until this chapter fucking actually comes out. Though we did get leaks early last month, the text leaks, and the chapter still didn't come out for 5 days. But whatever, there's some weird shit going on there. But I haven't seen any leaks yet, so none of this was influenced, so I don't want to get any called out when I'm right on all of my predictions, as I always am, that I copied off the leaks, alright? So fuck you. We should have said that at the start. I know what else to say. Twitch chat's going off. Why, when they spam Gabi does nothing wrong, does it look weird on my phone now? Does it look weird for everybody else in chat, or does it look normal? It looks squashed. Everybody's saying, making fun of my grade 5 powers. Look at this. Ooh. He's still coming in. Look at that shit. Finally, Carl putting a bit of effort into his content. Not these fucking PowerPoints. Again, this happened accidentally. I didn't even know how this happened. It was in the default designs in the corner. I clicked on it. And I actively tried to remove it, but I couldn't figure out how. So, my understanding on PowerPoint will not succeed. But we legitimately have 2 chapters left. This is the last minute predictions. How many of these things have we done, Chad? Think back. I feel what was the first last minute predictions? For 122 or something? No, I think I started the PowerPoints with 122, the review. So maybe it was 123 or 124, but for a year and a half at least, we've been doing last minute predictions. We've been doing chapter reviews for a lot longer. Remember when we used to do chapter reactions chat? Some special people in chat remember those. Special people in YouTube audience remember those. And it was a long time ago. It's all coming to an end, and I'm going to have a few videos ready, in the wings, for when Attack on Titan ends. I have talked about that Alliance script. I think I talked about that last time. So if you're somebody that only watches the PowerPoints and doesn't really watch a lot of my other content, especially if it's not Attack on Titan related, the Alliance video has been delayed. It's just going to be my big video on the ending. So that's going to come out shortly after this time next month when the series ends. And it'll be a big hour-long about everything about the ending and whether or not it's good or bad. I'm pretty certain it'll be good because everything's been perfect so far. And it'll also be about all that stuff, a defense of it and all that. We also have a cute tribute video that we're making with Bacon that we really have to get on top of because we've only got a month. Both of these videos should be coming out as soon, if not before, probably not before the chapter review, but next month. There'll be a lot of Attack on Titan content celebrating the fucking ending of the 10-year journey, the 12-year journey that we've gone on with this series. But here we go. Channel points modify the emotes. What the fuck is chat doing? But let's actually get into the discussion here. This text be small, so I'll fucking try and squint to see it and read it out loud. Is Eren dead or not? This is the first thing. There's really not a lot of things to speculate about besides just overall what's going to happen with the ending, which is what this slide is all about. And then we've got some multiverse shit we've got to talk about, unfortunately. And then we've got the is Eren dead or not. This is really the one thing. There's a lot of conflicting theories here on what's probably going to happen after this final frame of the last chapter. So let's get into all of that. I clicked the thing when I wasn't looking. At the end of last chapter, everything came to a head. The theme was realized. The character arcs, the entire series in the making, Gene Reiner and Armin, came to a head, all in an effort to stop Eren, and they seemingly succeeded as Eren was decapitated and then Armin transformed to blow away the rest of his body. But was Eren really defeated, and is he dead? I'm almost certain that this was the climax of the entire series in terms of tension and action, so I So I think he's definitely being defeated, but he's definitely not dead yet. But where people disagree is what happens next. Not everybody agrees on that. Not everybody thinks that he's been defeated. Some people think, as I'm going to point out in this long paragraph here, some people think he's like going to transport to the baby or something and reactivate the rumbling for the meme. I feel like that would undercut like the entire last 5 chapters, but those people making those arguments don't really care about the quality of the story. They just want Eren to win, I feel. So, I don't know about that one. But largely, everything, the whole last chapter was about everybody finally coming together, everything clicking in place for Eren to be defeated. It was very climactic. It was very fulfilling. It was very satisfying. Everything came to a boiling point, and it happened. And it was beautiful. The Levi killing Zeke moment is still, I think, my favorite Attack on Titan moment ever. It's funny that Zeke was only made interesting by like his last 3 appearances in the manga, being last chapter, and then the stuff with Grisha and the stuff with Ymir. Yeah, so it has to be. I'm almost certain. There's always the possibility that, like, fuck me, I need to stop clicking spacebar accidentally. There's always the possibility Eren is just memeing and he'll come back. I feel like this has to be fantastical, like, Eren delusion here. There's no way I think this happens, but there's always the possibility, I guess, and we'll see. But, I don't know. Well, maybe he's hurting them by making him villain. Quite a hot take on Zeke. I've always shit on Zeke. You're lucky I like him at all, but it's good. Isayama said he wants to hurt the reader. Here's a meme taken out of context clip. The Eren fanboys have been telling everybody to wait a little while longer. Alright, let me fucking start this paragraph again. The Eren fanboys have been telling everybody to wait a while longer for 3 years now in order for the other shoe to drop regarding Eren, that he wasn't actually siding with Zeke against everybody, that he really didn't hate Mikasa and want to beat up Armin, and that he wouldn't actually do the rumbling. But still, they are holding on to hope that the second shoe will drop even now. The Jaegerists, this is what the Eren fanboys want. They want the second shoe to drop with some Itachi ending revealing that he was doing this all for his friends. He was lying when he told Mikasa he hated her. He didn't want to beat up Armin, even though that seemed genuine. He didn't believe all the things he's been saying up until now. He doesn't think everybody else is a slave but him. This is what they want, where the people who think that Eren is still on the good side. That's what they think. They think the rumbling will somehow be justified by some sort of Itachi altruism thing at the end. The Jaegerists, if we can move on, are hoping that somehow the entire last chapter is made redundant and Eren's body is actually on Paradis or some shit, and that he's going to use Historia's child to reactivate the rumbling or some shit. So that's basically, I don't know what else the Jaegerists want. They just want Eren to win. That's like pretty simple, their motivation. But Armin and Reiner are still in the general area Eren is, and I think he has to talk with one of them, is sort of what I think now. Last chapter review, rather, I talked a lot about how, like, only Eren and Reiner were left behind, so maybe they would die together or something. We will talk about that more when we get to the two slides from now. But Armin is right there. I neglected to even think about that. So, I mean, they have to go back to pick up Armin. Like, Mikasa could, like, for whatever reason, I was like, okay, all of these people aren't going to get to talk to Eren before he dies. So maybe Mikasa can't have that final conversation. But they're going to have to fly down there to pick up Armin after the fact. So I feel like they're all going back, which is interesting. We'll see who talks with Eren. I also have this scene idea. We'll talk about all this because I'm going to have a whole thing about how I think things end. No, I think that's just now because Eren isn't on this final page. There's a few possibilities, I think. Where are we up to? Maybe I should... Hold on. Let's fucking calm down a little bit. Let me read the rest of this shit, then I'll go on about what could be happening with Eren now. But Reiner and Armin are still in the general area Eren is, and I think he has to talk to at least one of them. I would have assumed him and Mikasa have to have a final conversation, but she seems to be flying away, so maybe her closure with Eren will be sorted with a scene with Historia and the baby. But Eren and Reiner lying down together, dying together, being the only two that can truly understand each other, as he admits to his Itachi ending, would fit thematically and be real cute. It'll also, I think, be satisfying to most of the fan base. The non-Jaeger's Eren fanboys will be happy he gets a little bit of redemption before he dies, and everybody else will be satisfied that he's finally been taken down. The Jaegers will definitely still think the story is cucked. They will still believe... Fuck me. Easy for me to say. The Jaegers will still think the story is cucked because they didn't get to live out their insecurity-fueled, not filled, power fantasy through Eren. We might finally get some answers this chapter about what Eren actually believes. ... The long-anticipated Eren reveals, if there even is one, and we're not supposed to already understand. Because that's the thing, right? Again, I talked about with the second shoe-dropping thing earlier. Like, everybody just assumes we need more context for Eren. But, like, there's contradictions, but you can form, like, what Eren thinks so far, with the subtle thing about him, like, having this child wonderment when he just gets to stand on a tall peak and look at the rest of the world, and, like, that being undercut by him looking back at Armin, showing that he's kind of deserted those childlike ambitions and bastardized them through the rumbling and doing these awful things. And there's a bunch of motivation where he feels bad about it when he goes to talk to Ramsey or whatever that kid's name is, and he feels bad as he looks around and notes that he's going to end up stomping on all these people, just sort of that he's lost his way. Basically become the school shooter archetype we always knew him to be. Like, that's satisfying enough. We're not guaranteed more context with Eren. The only big issue is there are some contradictions, like him on the railway saying that he wants to do it all for his friends, and then telling Mikasa that he hates her and beating the shit out of Armin, and generally acting, like, annoyed by all his friends, and not really talking to them, not explaining himself for whatever reason. There's a whole thing there where it's like, this seems contradictory. It seems like he's either pretending, like a lot of people are hoping, or something drastically changed that we don't really have context for. I feel like there's two options. I feel like our Eren and Reiner hugging shirtless as they die meme that we all desperately want to come true. That's a possibility. Them dying together, like being the only two that could ever understand each other because they've done so much bad shit. But they all thought... I thought about this. Reiner could throw the line back at Eren about how he had no choice, that Eren throws back at him when they're listening to Willie's speech. That could be a cute little coming full circle thing. Or everybody just surrounds Eren as, like, his head is decapitated and he speaks for a little bit and he tells, like, he could just say thank you to all of them or something, because it was all a big meme to get them to this point, so they could stop him and save the world and from the big threat and unify and all that shit. The Itachi ending, basically. I feel like those are the two scenes I have envisioned now. I guess a third possibility is he just, like, revives and wins or whatever, but, like, the whole reason Reiner tackled that fucking thing and then Armin blew him up, like, was to stop the regeneration thing. Unless that just happens, oops, no matter what. Like, those pages were wasted last chapter, so they were there for a reason, I think. Let's see chat before we move on here. Reiner Hellos believers think that there will be a callback to the Clash of the Titans arc, where in the manga Armin commented how amidst the flames of the Colossal Titan he saw the Armored Titan devouring / defeating Eren. What's this about? Is this, like, after the Colossal Titan falls off the wall, and, like, saw, like, Reiner beat up Eren and then take him away? What about the see you later Eren panel? It is the big mystery. It's the ultimate mystery, isn't it? Who knows how that factors in? I didn't even think about that again until, like, right now. So that would be gay. I'm pretty sure that's a ban. How about the alliance around Eren and slowly starts clapping and saying congratulations, Attack on Titan ends, Eren smiling in paths? That's the real ending. That's the ending. That's the ending we all want. I think that's done. Did chat say anything else smart up here that I missed? Maybe Eren can have the one last fight against Reiner before they both die. I don't think you follow up what we saw last chapter, which is, like, the ultimate, like, climax of action in Attack on Titan possible. A bunch of Titans fighting each other, Gabi getting the one last shot in, Zeke getting cut down by Levi one last time, and all that cool shit with a Reiner and Eren fight. But, like, I think Eren can't turn into his normal Titan body anymore, right? He can only turn into this thing, I would assume. Poor Isayama didn't take morons into account. I've seen that one earlier. But there we go. Yeah, but if supposedly that centipede indeed controls the power of the Titans, then the explosion would have eliminated the 9 Titans. I wonder how that'll all play out. We've still got to get the thing where either Ymir or Eren willingly gets rid of, like, Titan. I don't know. I feel like it goes against the theme to get rid of Titan DNA almost. I don't know. Maybe just get rid of the fucking 13 years thing. So Reiner and Annie can kiss. Not Reiner and Annie, Armin and Annie. I missed the follow, so whoever followed, haha, I missed you. I know it's going to start from the beginning. No, it's not. It's going to start from this. But yeah, let's move on here, I believe. What about this multiverse shit? Hold on, I'm seeing it now. Oh, it's a big fucking name that starts with F. Is now following. What about this multiverse shit? I saw a video explaining the multiverse shit. I think you idiots are reading way too into an Easter egg here. There's a reason it was hidden in the corner of the page as the smallest memory fragment on the entire page. And if the multiverse shit is introduced, I expect it to be a final... I expect it to be a final episode of Evangelion thing where maybe Eren, as Shinji does in the final episode, sees that other versions of reality exist where things can be whatever you want because you have the agency to mold your reality around you. The possibilities are endless. So I think it would more be shit like that. I don't think it's going to be like... I don't know how this plays in. Like, with 2 chapters left to reveal some multiverse shit, it would be I'm not going to put it past Attack on Titan to do one final massive swerve or one massive twist. I think we're reading into shit. And I know everybody that's believing this multiverse shit are either Jaegerists clinging on to hope or people getting way into their theories and they're going to be disappointed when it doesn't happen even though they built it up for no reason, all off of this one segment here. But let me finish the thing because I think I talk about how it could be cool in a second. Because you have the agency, the possibilities are endless. More of a thematic thing than a literal this will influence the ending thing. This could factor into the entire theme surrounding freedom. Maybe Eren will realize there were other options outside of the rumbling as he lies there dying, realizing his folly. But maybe some crazy abstract shit will happen in the final chapters. I'll love it. But right now it seems set up perfectly for the last 2 chapters to be resolution regarding the characters that are still alive. I'm predicting a more simple ending. I'm pretty sure this is the way. It was just a dream. Yes, maybe. It was all a dream. Fuck off. It was so nuts. Who the fuck is following now? I've got to get out of my fucking PowerPoint. Untitled Proton is now following too. Look, we're getting follows. I think we just hit 400 followers on Twitch, so I don't know. I'm pretty big over here. Honestly, just an Easter egg. The Alliance and Jaegerists are going to bomb Isayama's house if it's just the dream thing. Well, yeah, they're all delusions born of copium. I mean, maybe it'll happen. Maybe it's not just a copium thing. But there's like that one interview thing that they pointed to in the video I watched where it was like or his editor was talking about how the previews might have more of an influence on the ending or something than you think. Where the fuck is my goddamn hair tie? Anybody fucking been keeping track of that? Huh? Here it is. Fuck you. Does anybody want to defend this multiverse shit in chat? Or in the YouTube comments? I don't know. People are really talking about this shit. Isn't Anne always talking about this shit? But they're saying fucking it's delusions born of copium right now. I need to go back and look at this page. Because this was in like chapter 121, right? Or was this from 130? Like, had the birds appeared yet? What about Levi and the horse? Where's this from? He's got sort of a nub for a hand here. Auntie's over here. Sasha getting nose. Isn't this an Annie shot from the Let's All Save the World thing? So that's from later too. 120. So yeah. Yeah, because fucking Miller saw this shit. He's still in chat. The multiverse theory is based because the world that Goth, Mikasa, and Otaku Army come from is the one where Historia has a crush on Eren. Maybe. Just an Easter egg in my opinion. Nay, that's Historia from chapter 1. Oh yeah, it's Historia, not even Annie Lamau. But yeah, it's still of the future, right? We didn't see that shit. So Eren can see the future, confirmed, but that was always confirmed, whatever. Levi and the horses from the forest of giant trees when they're running away from Annie. It could be, right? Yeah. Could the Levi and the horse thing be from the scene during the female Titan arc where Levi gets a... Well, that's what Raring Platypus already said, Lamau. Technically from the past. Well, this one's from the past too, right? This is a Training Days one, Blimp. But this is from the future, and this is technically from the past. But these are the blackbirds that follow the rumbling around, right? We're nearly done with last minute predictions. Hey, get the fuck back here. Wrapping up these characters, what's left? This will probably be the part we talk about the most, because this is just overall ending prediction things that may or may not be realized this chapter or next chapter, or not at all. Who knows if I'm fucking right. We'll list them through characters now. We'll start with Reiner. Dies with Eren lying together cuddling, preferably shirtless. This is the only way to do it with Reiner. I feel like we've avoided... Levi seems to be surviving, so... Like, Zeke's dead. Eren's going to die. Reiner is probably the third. Because if those three die, those are three of the most important characters in the entire series. I feel like people won't be disappointed that not enough people died in the ending. Since, like, everybody in the Alliance nearly survived besides, what, Hanji, Shardis, and Magarth? Who else died? I'm sure somebody else died. But I'm forgetting them. So, Lamau. Flock died. Characters did die. But it's not like the slaughterfest that people think Attack on Titan is. So what I explained in the past is that while I think it's still an Easter egg, I honestly think the AU ending like that could possibly connect to certain themes of Attack on Titan, especially the gross thing about people wanting to just see cruelty. I don't know. But Pierre said the armored Titan can survive the colossal explosion. I mean, yeah, but he's, like, lost the will to live. He saved the world. He's done his due, and he's, like, he wants to cuddle with his boy shirtless. What the fuck are you talking about? I think Jean, Connie, Armin, and Mikasa will survive. I mean, nobody's going to die now. The fight's over, right? Besides Armin and Reiner, because they're all fucked up. Armin and Annie. Sexing while leading the Survey Corps as they scout the world looking for survivors in a post-rumbling world. We need clarification on how much of the world has been rumbled. Is it like everybody's been rumbled, but they're going out and they're going to find survivors? I have that cool scene in my head where Annie and Armin are now the leaders of the Survey Corps. They're leading out the next brigade to go and save humanity, find them in like the barren wasteland that Eren has left. But like literally everything in the world can't have been rumbled yet, right? Like, is Haruzu still there? Is Kiyomi all by herself? Like, I don't know. We need an update on that. But I like that idea. Armin and Annie are going to end up together. It's very, very obvious at this point, unless one of them dies. Did we ever figure out if, like, they will die at the same time because Annie's 5 years froze when she was in the crystal meme or whatever the fuck? Does that make them nearly equal years? In that case, we don't have to get rid of the thing. We'll see. They're going to end up together, obviously. What if the final panel is Gabi's child with Falco in the future? I unironically had that thought when I was making this slide, and I laughed, and I thought it was awesome, but I don't know. What if the final panel... Oh, yeah, I read that one. Australia is done, calm down. No, it's never done. They didn't make it to the island. The upside-down island. Oh, no. It would be cold where I am now. That's not okay. Who's next? Mikasa and Historia. This goes off the idea I was talking about earlier. They are both the saddest about Eren dying. Mikasa gets closure as Historia reveals what Eren was actually thinking to Mikasa, and she will become the protective aunt, holds the baby in the final panel, or goes off to Haruzu. Mikasa being the person in the final panel, I think that could work. I don't know. Everybody thinks it's a man for whatever reason. I don't know why. That honestly still confuses me because I keep thinking about the time the return to Shinganshin arc where Bertolt immediately stops his nuclear transformation plan when he sees Reiner near the vicinity when he was in the barrel Lamau. I don't know what's going on there. But yes, that's the thing. I think that's probably... I don't know. It depends on so many things. Plus, we don't get any reveal. Or maybe, like, if his story has touched fucking Mikasa before, if somehow What if Mikasa's weird brain headache things are some memory shit, and she's going to remember the see you later Eren thing, and it'll be revealed through her when she touches the kid or Historia or something, and there'll be some reveal about the paths thing being transcendental, and like, that's not what that word means. But like, it goes through everybody, no matter if it's a Titan, it's not just the Attack Titan, the royal family, or something like that. I could see that happening. Like some fucking forces in everybody meme or something. I don't know how to tie that into all of these ideas. The see you later Eren thing. Unless it was just a drop plot. But I don't think so, since we've introduced a lot of time travel shit. But yeah. Jean and Pieck, fine, they can sex too. Jean does really like long black hair, and that Mikasa bitch cut it all off. I mean, I'm kind of behind it now. Everybody's been going on about the Jean Pieck thing. Everybody wants them to get together. When I realized the black hair thing, I was like, it probably is going to happen then. I don't know. Maybe it'll just be like a cute hint, like Jean will tell her that he likes her hair or something, and then there'll be a close-up of Pieck blushing or whatever. In the fake, like, preview vision thing Jean has, it is just like a girl with long black hair, like... It's not, because it wasn't explicitly Mikasa in his little vision thing, right? It was just like ambiguous girl with black hair. Pieck kind of fits the mold. There's not really... I've sort of been thinking, why is Pieck still alive? She seems like an obvious character to kill off. She doesn't really have any plot threads still, like, surviving to why she would make it through, like Connie does. So it sort of makes sense why Connie hasn't died, even though you would think he was, easy character to kill off, and we care about him enough that we'd be sad, just like with Pieck, but like, it'd be like, okay, because they got me with the fucking thing when Pieck was jumping out of the Titan and transforming. Like, the second time after that happened, I thought she was dead. But if it was just, oh, Jean needs a love interest at the end, Pieck will be that love interest. That's why she's been so sexy the entire time. I can see it happening. Is chat going wild for this? There's no Liberio, though. Keynote ending with Historia being condemned for war crimes and genocide at the Liberio trials as a parallel to the something trials. And then she shots herself in the end before the execution to reinforce that she's the worst girl in the world. Maybe we put Historia on trial and send that bitch to prison. Liberio got oof. She was talking about... Anne's talking about the Liberio trials, about agreeing to do that. Because Historia was in on, the attack on Liberio before. So, yeah. Maybe it makes sense. I don't know why everybody's going, Liberio got destroyed. That has nothing to do with what Anne said. In Jean's vision, it was Mikasa, because you see her scar, do you? Connie still has his mum, yes. It's written down here. So, yes, Pieck would be dead if she wasn't going to sex Jean. I think that's where we're going. Levi, well, he killed off Zeke and has realized the theme with it. He did not enjoy it. Lives on watching the next generation move forward, being the only survivor from his own generation. The Levi character arc really it's done, basically. We got it last chapter. Maybe he'll have a cute line or something, some words of wisdom or something, but he's retiring. Maybe the last shot of Levi or the last Levi scene is like him telling Armin that he's retiring from the Survey Corps. Another fucking follower. Now I gotta get out of the PowerPoint again. MMJ 1997. The wonderful time of 1997 is now following. I could see Levi having an I'm retiring scene, then he like hangs his cape up or whatever, and it'll be a cute little he remembers all of them as he looks off. That would be a good final panel of the entire series if we didn't know what it was. Levi putting the scout thing up in like a locker or something. Not a locker, but on something, and sort of like walking away, and it shoots on the fucking scout logo as we fade out forever. That could be cute. You can just do that as Levi's ending, I think. And he looks back and he thinks about all his fallen comrades or whatever, and then maybe the scouts are retired or something. They end with Levi. We'll see something like that happening. Levi opens a cafe. Yeah, I took it a different context. My first finally catching stream. Levi opens a tea shop, yes. This tea shop meme seems to be a thing. Yeah, in the vision it was a Mikasa lookalike with a scar. Will the last chapter be extra long? I don't know, does it need to be? We'll have to see. Hear Me Out, Levi X Rico. I don't know. That's a big callback to Rico. We'll see. Then we got Gabi and Falco. If I was a prick, I'd be making a much bigger deal that Gabi didn't have a bigger role in the ending here, but it seems the kids will just get a cute ending where they walk into the sunset holding hands and maybe go live with Kaya on the farm. Gabi puts flowers at Sasha's grave or something. Falco, well, who cares about him? True! I like the grave scene. I'm thinking like Naruto and Conan making the Jiraiya fucking grave thing after the pain arc ends. I feel like that's like a lot of closure there if Gabi goes to visit Sasha's grave with Kaya and they both put flowers there or some shit, and then like, I don't know, Falco and Gabi hold hands and that fades out their storyline in the last chapter or this chapter or whatever. Connie somehow he's going to reunite with his mother. That unresolved plotline is the only reason he's still alive. I still don't know how, if it's going to be Ymir. We really didn't talk about Ymir in this PowerPoint. Will she finally say something after she's regenerated her tongue or some shit? And will she say, like, I'll get rid of the curse, like my legacy or whatever? Maybe Titans still exist somehow. Though maybe not. All the Titans on the island, like the mindless ones, are dead, so the only Titans to exist are still the Shifters and the Colossal Titans. So maybe she'll just get rid of Titans as a thing? But, I don't know, thematically doesn't work. Isn't the point supposed to be that even if people can turn into Titans, you still shouldn't be racist against them? Isn't it kind of a cheat code to get out of racism? We'll just make a whole nother video if the series ends, and they just get rid of the thing that makes people racist against the Eldians as sort of a shortcut or something. We'll have to see how it pans out, because I was very married to that idea, but now I'm kind of second-guessing it. But it does seem to be orchestrated where all of the Shifters are here. All of the remaining Titans in the world are Colossal Titans. We could get rid of them all pretty easily if Ymir fades away or something. And finally, like, leaves her, like, finally goes to whatever an afterlife is. But somehow, the only other Titan in existence would be Connie's mother, right? She transforms back into a normal little boy. It has to happen. That's the only reason Connie's still alive. Anya Capone gets a medal or something for saving the world. Can't forget about our boy Anya Capone. Kiyomi, I still have the idea of Jean going off with Mikasa to fucking Hiruzu. That was like a thing I had. That was like an ending idea I had like 2 years ago at this point. They have set up a lot of the Mikasa Hiruzu stuff, but is Hiruzu still there or did it get rumbled? Is all of Mali gone? Because Salva is like right at the south, right? Or is it kind of up the north? I don't know, because the rumbling would have had to have gotten all the way there. Like, Liberio's gone. So, like, where's Gabi going to live at the end of the series? That's why I had the Kaya idea. But what? Her parents are still alive. Are they going with them to the fucking farm? I know about that. I guess they don't hate anybody anymore, so that could work. Is everybody going to go live on Paradis, and then they're going to expand back out into the world? I don't know what the fuck's going on. Connie's mum can be a circus show, and Connie spends the rest of his days brushing her teeth. Manader is now leaking title names after calling things gay earlier, and Anne still isn't banning them, so I don't know what the fuck is up with that. But, who else we got? Yelena. She's gonna hold Zeke's head. She's way off in the distance. She ain't getting a hold of that fucking head. I don't have any ideas on her final moments or her character arc coming to a close. Are we missing any fucking characters? Who else? Let's go to this wide shot. An explosion. We went over his ending. Eren dead Lamau. Reiner dead Lamau. He's over here. Falco and Gabi get to hold hands. Jean and Piet get to hold hands. Annie is holding hands with Armin. Levi gets to hold hands with nobody because he's missing fucking fingers. Connie gets to hold hands with his mother. And Mikasa gets to hold hands with nobody. She gets to be an aunt, forever alone, virgin. I think that's everybody. Like, who else is... Remember when we used to think Glasses Boy was going to have a big role? Anne always comes up with the name. There's a character popularity poll with this chapter, isn't there? I got no fucking idea. I've never seen any Attack on Titan character popularity polls. Who was I talking about just now? Yeah, remember when we thought Glasses Boy? What about Historia? Well, Historia gets this meme over here where her and Mikasa get to be nice to each other because Eren's dead. I can't think of anybody else. Alright, Shard's dead. We still have to have the Grisha thing. Why did Grisha feed himself to Eren even after finding out the rumbling thing? I think that could be explained away by the fact that, like he has to, because otherwise, like, what's he going to do with his Titan? His term's nearly up and the government's going to be looking for him now. So that could be explained away that way. Who knows? Rogue got killed, did he? You mean Shurima? I don't know these fucking characters' names. What about Mullah? How could you forget? I don't know who any of these people are. He's talking about the recruit. Yeah, the recruit. I mean, there are a lot of Glasses boys. The recruit boy who was like kind of joining the Jaegers or whatever when Flock tells them all to beat up Shardis. I remember that was a meme for a little while, that he would have a big influence. I think that's the end of our second last minute predictions ever. Look at that cool. Look at that fucking shit. I think we went over everything. It's going to be an insane chapter. Some weird shit's going to happen. I want to know what he's got in store for us. It's got to be something weird. It's got to be something we don't expect. I don't think it's going to be this weird multiverse shit. It's going to be some reveal with Eren's character, I think. That'll make everybody love him even more. I'm very curious. But with that being said, I think it's just time to get rid of the YouTube people, because I think we've exhausted all our talking points here. We're down to the last stretch. 2 chapters to go. Be back here. We'll be covering them all. Chapter 138, Chapter 139. One more last minute predictions video ever. This is the last time we don't have to cry about it being the last time. So you got to savor that. But, it'll be a good chapter, Jimmy Barrett has said. I mean, every chapter's a good chapter just about. I mean, really. That being said, I don't know why I'm having a hard time telling everybody to go away, but check around. Those videos will be out on the channel. We've got some stuff planned for after the series finishes. There might be a Berserk video in the meantime. We'll have to see regarding that. But support links in the description below. Thanks.